Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I'm actually going to do like a mini bookshelf tour, but it's not really a bookshelf tour because it's like two shelves and my whole bookshelf, so like, I mean, it's not a bookshelf tour at all, but anyway, obviously I've been making these videos, I've been doing recommendations, and I talk about my favourite books, I talk about other books that fit into a specific category to talk about, but I haven't spoke about all the books that I have, all the LGBTQ plus fiction that I have on my shelf, and I thought it would be cool to do that. And I actually have a whole shelf dedicated to LGBTQ plus fiction. Obviously within this there's a lot of different genres, like LGBTQ plus fiction is not a genre within itself, it is the characters and the story, and that varies over various different forms of literature. I get really annoyed when people say that it's a genre because it's not, it's like it's within books. So obviously there's lots of different genres on my shelves, and there are a couple of other books which are scattered around, but I'll explain why at the end, why they're not completely here. But I thought I would go through this with you. I get asked about this shelf quite a lot because people can see it in the back of my videos, and it's had some new additions to it recently, so I thought I would show you all of them and go through the collection. Like every bookshelf tour, book tour thing that I do, I'm not going to go into the plot of every single book because that video would be hours and hours and hours long, and obviously I don't do it with main bookshelf tours because the videos are already hours long, but they would make this one really, really long, so I'm just going to show you the book and then the other stuff. Also, a disclaimer, I don't want to see any of the usual "you have really shaky hands" comments. Yeah, I know, like multiple illnesses that cause my hands to be shaky. I'm aware of it. Don't need to point it out. I'm more than aware that my hands really shake, and it's more annoying for me than it is for you, so please don't point it out because it's really annoying, like it gets old pretty fast. Okay, cool. First thing that we have on here is this postcard which came with one of my copies of Love, Simon. It says straight people should have to come up to you, and the more awkward it is the better. And it's also double-sided, and on the other side it says white shouldn't be the default any more than straight should be the default. There shouldn't even be a default. And I really like this, and I thought it was very good and very apt. Currently it is this side forward, and it sits by those books there. I also have this, which is a signed bookmark from Simon James Green, who wrote the Noah Can't Even series. He signed this at the Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera book event because he moderated it in London back in October. In the corner I have 3 copies of Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. It is all the same book, it's just paperback, book version, signed hardback, so there we go. The hardback one is obviously my favourite because it is signed, like my favourite edition, and I absolutely love this book. Then we have Unspeakable by Abby Rushton, Highly Illogical Behaviour by John Corey Whaley, George by Alex Gino, This Book Is Gay by Juno Dawson, Pulp by Robin Talley, the paperback of What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera, Alex as Well by Alicia Brugman, More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera, Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky, Georgia Peaches and Other Forbidden Fruit by J. Robin Brown, All the Invisible Things by Orla Collins, the hardback version of What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera, Leah on the Offbeat by Becky Albertalli, You Know Me Well by Nina LaCour and David Leatherton, Alex in Wonderland by Simon James Green, As I Descended by Robin Talley, A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. I haven't read this one yet, and people are saying, like, so all I know is that there are LGBTQ plus characters, but I'm not sure how much of a impact that has on the story, so it is on here for now, but when I read it, I might change my mind. Christadora by Tim Murphy. Oh dear. This book is the same situation as A Little Life. I haven't read it yet, but just what I've heard from it. They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera, The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli, History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. Then I have this on here, and I have this badge, and also this badge, which really makes me laugh. I mean, true. Then we have We Are Okay by Nina LaCour, We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchinson. I have 2 copies of Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin O'Leary Signs. This is my hardback version, this is my paperback version. Ramona Blue by Julie Murphy, The Art of Being Normal by Lisa Williamson, Gracefully Grayson by Amy Polonsky, The Inexplicable Logic of My Life by Benjamin O'Leary Signs, and for this shelf, the last one is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. Then we move over here. I have this postcard, May the Books You Read Light the Way. This is on this particular shelf because I feel like so many of these books have been actually able to do that, which has been really, really cool. So that's why it's on this particular shelf. Then I have this final shelf which has a couple more books on it, and then also this postcard up here as well. I also have some Very Lonely Room spray on this shelf, so it smells nice though. Oh, sorry, Bruce. Firstly, we have The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy by Mackenzie Lee. This is the sequel to Gentleman's Guide to Felicity, who's Monty's sister. Then we have Tell Me Again How a Crush Should Feel by Sarah Farazin, The Miseducation of Cameron Post by Emily M. Danforth, Our Own Private Universe by Robin Talley, Last Bus to Etherland by Sophie Cameron, Autobiography by Christina Lauren, The Beauty That Remains by Ashley Woodfolk. This is a book I got from Shakespeare and Company, actually. I think it's got the Shakespeare and Company stamp in it. It does! There it is! Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour. Anger is a Gift by Marco Shiro. Sometime After Midnight by Elle Phillips. It's Not Like It's a Secret by Misa Sugaria. Jazz Chunk and the Road Trip to Infinity by Kristen Elizabeth Clark. I've never ever spoken about this book ever before in my life because, like, what even is it? But The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm just kidding. This is like one of the best books ever. Please read it. Okay, thanks. Girl Man's Up by Emmy Girard. Ash by Melinda Lowe. And More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. I'd also like to give a shout out to the Shadowhunter Chronicles, which are these two shelves, which has a various array of diverse characters, gay characters, bisexual characters, trans characters, and just is a really great series full of a lot of representation. I know how to talk. Also, Percy Jackson, which has gay representation, pansexual representation, and is another one which I wanted to give a shout out to, and it's just an incredibly diverse series as well. Hi, editing me. I just want to put in that when I say Percy Jackson, I mean like Rick Riordan's books. The Percy Jackson series doesn't have any of that in it. Rick Riordan has definitely, as an author, really grown within his representation and how he creates characters with voices that are not usually seen in books. So Heroes of Olympus, Magnus Chase, Trials of Apollo, those ones are what I mean. We also have the Six of Crows duology. This series has bisexual representation. Then The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers, which has an FF relationship in it as well. Of course, I also have some on my Kindle as well, so I will go through those as that is part of my collection. We have Let's Talk About Love by Claire Kahn, The Princess and the Fangirl by Ashley Poston, Seven Ways We Lie by Riley Redgate, Queens of Geek by Jen Wild, Of Fire and Stars by Audrey Colhurst, and Not Your Sidekick by C.B. Lee. So that is all of the LGBTQ+ books that I have. I'm slowly making my way through them and getting more, and it's really cool now because so many more books are starting to exist. I was 19 when the first time I read a book which had LGBTQ+ representation in it, and I remember it being such a oh my god, you know, suddenly so many more things were open to me, and having it in books is so important and so great, and that representation needs to be there. So that is all the ones that I have so far. Please recommend me other ones. Please do recommend me as many as you want, your favourite ones, the best ones you've ever read. Please drop them down below, tell me, share them with everyone else so that we can all get those amazing representations and keep talking about these amazing books with this fantastic representation in it. So that'd be amazing. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, then I make videos a couple of times a week about books and fandomy things, so if you want to stick around and join us, then you can do that. And as usual, all the links to all my other social medias is in the description below if you want to come hang out with me on there. I hope you guys are doing really well, and I will see you next time. Bye!